How's it going? How are you? Good. What do you got? What kind of smoothie you got today?
I don't know. I think it's raspberry, some sort. It takes raspberry, maybe strawberry.
It look tastes fruity.
They look good every day.
Getting my nutrients and vitamins in me.
Questions?
Coach, we've been hearing a lot about this receiver group, and Coach Prime obviously has been raving about them. What's it been like coaching this group?
It's a lot of fun. They're a group that's ultra competitive, and they come in and they work every day. Most of them, for the most part, they approach it like a pro, and that's nice. And it just with the situation that we're in and the guys we have, a lot of them just have 1 year left to play. You know what I'm saying? And so they know this is it for them. So they approach the game with that mindset right now. It's been a lot of fun. They compete, they work hard, they're coachable. So I look forward to these next 18, 19 days before we play on September 2nd.
Xavier Weaver was the first player that Coach Prime mentioned at his press conference the other day. What have you seen from him specifically? And has he been able to catch up to things pretty quickly?
Oh, absolutely. And him being here and just really trusting the offense and the system and being absorbed into the system. He's one of those guys I just mentioned that approaches the game like a pro. And he's one and done. He understands that. He's got every tool to be an NFL receiver and do it at a high level. So, he's a guy who obviously, I look at to lead the group, and he leads by example more so than his voice. But I think the younger guys see a guy like him and the way he approaches the game, the way he competes, learns, and works, and he's just a pleasure to have and to coach.
Someone we haven't heard a lot about is Jalen Ellis. How is he doing? What do you see in him?
So right now, it's just for him, it's a matter of getting him up to speed, because he wasn't here over the summer. He had some things going on, so really we just got to get him in a football shape and just get him in the swing of things. Mentally he's good. He understands it, but now you just throw him into the fire, and you got all these guys. They've been working out, they've been lifting and running all summer. He hasn't really been able to do as much as that. So we just got to get him in shape, get him up to speed, and I think he'll be all right.
What about the younger guys in your room? Obviously, you got a couple highly touted freshmen, Marion and Adam. What have you seen from them so far early on?
You talking about Omari Miller?
Yeah.
He's doing a great job, and he's a great kid. He's got all the physical tools, and he's really taking ownership right now of learning the offense and studying extra. At the beginning, that was one of the concerns I had after the first couple of days. I'm like, hey, let's go. Let's have a sense of urgency. Let's get on this thing. And he's really done that, and he's shown that, especially last week. He's a guy that could run. He could go up and grab the ball, and he gets better and better and better every single day. So I look forward to coaching him.
What do you envision Travis's role to be?
Score touchdowns for us.
How about usage-wise? How do you expect to use it?
As far as volume, that'll be up to Coach Prime. Right now it's kind of every other day with us offensively and defensively. So it's just going to be one of those things, I think, that we're going to have to monitor throughout the game or the game plan, who else we kind of have, but we plan on using him a lot.
You anticipate third downs, red zone, those situations, he'll be in the football game?
Our best players will play, and they'll be on the field, and Travis Hunter's one of those guys.
Coach, the other day I was talking to Omarion and Javon and Xavier, and all three of them said that every day you have to bring it because the competition is so much there.
Yeah.
How much easier does that make that as a coach when you know that these guys are going to bring it every day because they have to?
A lot easier. These guys, they come to play at the University of Colorado because of the standard that we have, and they know what we're about offensively. They know what we're going to do, and I tell these guys all the time, like, you go down, I mean, God forbid, you go down or something happens, you can't take reps off, because now there's a guy right behind you that's hungry and ready to do it. I get phone calls, I get texts, I get emails, DMs every single day of receivers wanting to play football here for us. And so, we're going to attract the best, and we're always going to have a room full of depth that's ready to go. So that kind of raises the level of competition with the group.
How's Jimmy Horn been in camp?
Awesome, excellent. Love Jimmy Horn. He's a pro about the game, just like Zay is. Football is very, very, very important to him, and he studies the game well. Obviously, you see him out there. He's one of those guys. He'll take a short one, and then he'll finish, and he'll burst, and he'll separate from the defense and score a touchdown for us. I know he's going to bring it every day. His effort is there. His football IQ is there. He's one of those guys that's beginning to immerse himself into the offense. He's been doing a lot better job of that, and he's going to do a lot of good things for us this year.
How much can that speed help an offense, even when he's not getting the ball?
Tremendously. I mean, we're going to attract attention at a couple spots, and with the pace that we play at and with the space that we align out at the field, it forces the defense to make a decision on, okay, well, they got to defend either the run or the pass, right, like we talked about. But they also got to choose, okay, is it Jimmy Horn this week, or is it Xavier Weaver on the other side, or maybe it's Travis Hunter over here, outside, or there's a lot of weapons that we have, and those are tough conversations for the defense to have.
What's this experience just been like for you in fall camp here, making the jump to the Power 5 level? I know you've coached at other big places before. Obviously, you work with Coach Norvell at Nevada, but last year at Jackson State, now here being position coach. What's it been like for you?
Every day I walk into this building, I'm living the freaking dream, man. I really am, and it's a blessing to be here, and just the multitude of coaches that we have in this building. Obviously, Coach Prime being one of them, and he's someone that you're going to get information from. He played DB against the best ones that ever played the game, and so that knowledge for us in the receiver room is priceless. So we gain knowledge from him every single day. We gain knowledge from Coach Lewis, and the system that he's been in, and the receivers that he's coached and been around. Coach Shermer is now in the building. I could just walk into the whole staff room and have a conversation with Pat Shermer whenever I want. And shoot, we got T.O. out here today all week, so I'm living the freaking dream right now, to be honest with you.
Do you look up to a guy like Coach Lewis, because he's also you're a young guy who's been a fast rider so far in your coaching career, and he's similar. I mean, he's been a head coach, offensive coordinator, not even 40 yet. Do you look up to a guy like that?
Absolutely, and I mean the way he carries himself, the way he leads and communicates, the way he coaches and teaches, it definitely is something I take note of, and you always want to take something from whoever you're under, wherever you're at, those leaders who make themselves leaders, you want to take information, you want to take things from them, and he's definitely one of those guys.
Coach, you were gearing up for camp when the 30 for 30 came out, but you were on that list. Did you have a second to kind of appreciate that?
It's a great honor. Obviously, it really is. A lot of great coaches have been on that list. That just great. Now let's go win games. And none of that stuff matters. Usually, like wherever you've been, any honor that you have, and I know this has been especially true for me. Every place that I've been, I get on a list like that because of the players and coaches that I was under and surrounded by. And moving forward, it's no different.
Coach, how's Willie doing in the transition, and are you enjoying coaching him again after having him last year at Jackson?
Absolutely. I mean, he's a spark plug, as you know, and I mean, at any moment he could separate and he could roll, and so he's doing a really good job learning right now. He's another guy taking ownership. He's studying. He texts or calls me every single night, and he wants to know what plays we're doing tomorrow. He wants the script. He'll ask a question every single night. Willie's doing a really good job. We got to continue to make sure he's playing fast and he's finishing drives.
Coach, what can you say about Travis's development from when he started playing wide receiver to now?
Night and day. He's so talented and he's so versatile. He's the most, explosive and athletic guy I've ever coached. For us, we knew in the spring, he spent obviously the whole spring with us. It was just fine tuning, those small fundamentals within the wide receiver position and really just learning the offense. And it's night and day. It's not even close. And Travis works at it. He really does. And he's got a lot on his plate right now, obviously doing both. But he's doing a heck of a job. And we just got to keep keeping on, right? And every day it's a process for him, and every day is a it's an opportunity for him to learn, and he's really taking advantage of those opportunities.
What did you guys get out of your first fall camp scrimmage the other day?
We just got to clean up the mental mistakes. For us, something we talk about in the offensive room right now is just controlling the controllables. You see all the different dudes that we have out there. We got a quarterback that could spin it. We got receivers that could roll and catch it. We got running backs that could hit it. O-line that could block it up. Tight ends that could do a little bit of both, right? We got all the weapons we have offensively and the guys to do it. Right now, especially during that scrimmage, we just kind of shot ourselves in the foot, in certain situations. So as long as the buffs on offense don't beat the buffs, we're going to win a lot of football games this year.
Thanks, Coach.
Awesome.
Thanks,
All right,
guys.
thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.